What's one? So basically for today's video, I'm gonna be like making kind of more of a sit down video and all that. So basically in today's video, I'm gonna be like kind of talking about like a future vacation I'm gonna be going on and basically everything I'm gonna be doing. And so basically like during the middle of March, like around spring break time, I'm gonna be going to like Utah, Arizona, and Las Vegas and all that. So basically why I'm gonna be doing that is because there was like a lottery system to get into like the Angels Landing hike, and I ended up like getting in for like one of the days during the spring break time. So I honestly don't remember the exact date, but I think it was like on a Wednesday, like that Wednesday during spring break. So I'm be doing like a little Vegas, Utah, Arizona trip where I like see some more places throughout southern Utah and Arizona that I didn't see last time, and see more Vegas because whenever I went there last time I was only there for like an hour and didn't see a whole lot other than like the miniature Eiffel Tower and a little bit of the street view. But this time I'm planning on like maybe spending like a weekend in Vegas and doing some more stuff around there for like the Monday through Friday. I'm gonna be doing some parks in Utah and Arizona, and one of the parks I'm gonna be doing is Zion, of course, because that's where I got the like water system for the Angels Landing hike. I think that's gonna be on Wednesday. This trip's basically gonna be like flying there and back because it helps save some time because the driving adds a couple of extra days and all that, and don't really have time to do like that because spring break's only for like a limited amount of time. It's not like summer break where you have like a really long amount of time that you can take off. So this is basically gonna be a flying trip. It's not gonna be like the road trips I've done in the past, although there will be like some road trip aspect to it because we will have to like drive in a rental car to some of the places in Utah and Arizona. So there will be a little bit of a road trip aspect to it, but not like the full road trip aspect. Like we're not gonna be doing like the really long haul from like the Midwest to Arizona, Las Vegas, and all that, because that's just going to take too much time to do. So basically just going to be flying to Vegas and then doing the road trip from there and then going back to Vegas and then flying back. The total length of the trip's going to be like around 8 days. It's going to be like this Saturday after spring break starts until like the Saturday like following back to like when spring break ends. So it's basically gonna be 8 days. 2 of the days are gonna be the days that we're flying there and back, and then there will be like 6 full days that we have throughout the week to go and see like places in Vegas and Utah and Arizona. So basically it's gonna be an 8 day long trip with like 6 full days and then 2 days like part of the day spent flying and all that. So some of the stuff that I might like do while I'm in Vegas is there's this place called the Strat Tower where there's basically 2 like attraction rides like on this tower that overlooks Vegas, and I think it's like around 110 feet up in the air. So there's like this like roller coaster ride that goes like off the edge of the tower. It doesn't like completely go off, it's just like it partly goes off and then goes back. So it's supposed to be kind of like a ride that kind of scares you into thinking that you're going off even though you're actually not. So not only are there those 2 attraction rides there, but there's like a sky jump thing where you basically kind of like free fall for 110 feet. You're like attached to like a course. It's not like as scary as skydiving and bungee jumping is, but it's supposed to be like more thrilling than those other 2 rides, and it's supposed to be kind of like something similar to that, but not fully like skydiving and bungee jumping. But you're basically attached to like this harness system, and like you're basically like kind of free falling from the tower 110 feet approximately. So pretty sure the age requirement to do is like being 14, so it's nowhere near as scary as like skydiving and bungee jumping is, and it's not like where you're attached to a parachute or anything like that. So if I was able to skydive and bungee jump, I think this should not be that scary at all, but it still should be a lot of fun to try that out. So that's basically like one of the things I might do while I'm in Vegas. Another place I might see while I'm in Vegas is this like High Roller Park that features like a Ferris wheel. I think it's similar to like the Island in Pigeon Forge in a way. I think there's like shopping like centers there and massive Ferris wheel. I don't know what else is there, but I heard it's supposed to be like a Ferris wheel. It's supposed to be kind of similar to like the Island at Pigeon Forge in a way. So I'm be seeing that for like maybe one of the nights I'm there. There's also like a hotel within that area, and that's actually where I'm gonna be staying like the first part of Vegas. There's also like both a Hershey's and the M&M's like place where you can like do tours and all that. So it's basically like places that are dedicated to like Hershey's chocolate, and then there's a separate place dedicated to like M&M's. So I might end up seeing one of those places or maybe both of them depending on how much it costs and all that. So there's also like a couple of like gardens throughout Vegas I might see. There's like a botanical gardens place kind of similar to the one in St. Louis and all that. So I might be seeing that like either the very first day, like when I first get there, or like possibly like the morning before I leave on the last day. So, and then basically the last major thing that I might do while I'm in Vegas is if there's like any pools and all that, like especially if like my hotel has a pool and like the pools are like heated and the weather's like cooperative, I might be going swimming for some time while I'm there, especially if like the hotel has like an indoor pool too. Those are like the main things I'm planning on doing like while I'm in Vegas. So now I'm gonna be moving on to like stuff I'm gonna be doing throughout like Utah, Arizona, and basically what my plan's gonna be like throughout the week that I'm doing all the hikes and all that. So basically like the day that I arrived there from like flying in, I'm planning on just mainly like sticking to Vegas, like doing stuff in Vegas. I'm probably not gonna be doing anything else, but I think maybe like the next day during the day, I might go and see like Grand Canyon West for like the day and go on like the sky bridge that they have there and see another like angle of the Grand Canyon or part of Grand Canyon. And I think there's also like a zip line at the place too. So if I have time for that, I might check out the zip line there. I heard it's supposed to be like 2 different zip lines. I think there's like one that's a little bit shorter and there's like this really long zip line. So it's like 2 different zip lines that you can like go down. So I might end up doing that if I have time and am up to doing that. So I'm planning on seeing the Grand Canyon West area for a day, like day after I get in. And then I think after that, like during the night, I'm going to be like still in Vegas and doing some stuff around there. So then basically the day after that, I'm going to be like heading over to Utah, and the first place I'm planning on seeing is Bryce Canyon. And it's possible that there still might be like snow around that area because Bryce Canyon is so higher up in elevation and it's still like not like April yet as I'm going to be doing this trip. So there still might be some snow at that place, but it would kind of make for some cool footage to get to see the place like with snow possibly. Not for sure yet because I mean, it's possible we might have like a warmer than average day around Utah and there might not be any snow, but there's a possibility of there's still being snow at the place. So basically the first day I'm going to be seeing Bryce Canyon, and after that I'm going to be like probably spending a couple nights in like the town near Bryce Canyon and Zion, and then the 2 days after I see Bryce Canyon, I'm gonna be going to Zion. So basically the first day I'm at Zion, I'm gonna like try to do the Narrows Trail and then possibly do a smaller trail if I have some time and energy left after that trail, and then basically the second day that I go to Zion is the day that I got in for like the lottery system. So basically that day I'm gonna be doing the Angels Landing Trail, and then possibly might do something smaller at the end, like a smaller trail if I have some time or energy. If I decide to not do another trail, I might see like some like places throughout Zion National Park where you can like kind of just park and walk out and see it real quick and all that. So it's possible I might be doing some of that if I don't have like a lot of energy after that trail. So that's basically my plan for like the 2 days I'm gonna be at Zion. So also forgot to mention that while I'm doing like the Angels Landing hike in Zion, basically throughout most of the hike I'm gonna be like wearing a chest mount for like the camera. So basically the camera's gonna be like attached to my chest, so it may not be like the best filming in the world, but it's like the most safe way I can like film a lot of the trail, because throughout a lot of the trail I'm gonna be needing to use like 2 hands to navigate, especially the really steep parts of the trail. So I am probably gonna be wearing a chest mount throughout a lot of that trail, so it may not be the best footage, but once I like get up to the view, I'm gonna make sure to get like a lot of footage of like the incredible view at the end of the trail. So that's basically like what's gonna be happening whenever I do the Angels Landing hikes. So basically after the 2 days I check out Zion, and basically after I do the Angels Landing hike, I'm planning on like seeing Capitol Reef National Park for a day. That was like one of the national parks I didn't see like on the summer road trip. I think it was the only one I actually didn't get to see like during that road trip. So I'm planning on spending a day for out there and doing some different hikes at the place and seeing some different like unique viewpoints at the park. So I'm gonna be spending a day at Capitol Reef and seeing that for the first time. It was the only national park in Utah that I didn't get to see so far, so that way I can like see all 5 national parks in Utah. I think like during the last day of the trip, I'm not for sure like how that's gonna go, but I think one of the places I'm gonna be seeing is Horseshoe Bend. It's like basically a 1.5-mile hike that you have to do to see it. It's there and back too, so really it's only like 3/4 of a mile to go up to the viewpoint and then 3/4 of a mile back. So it's honestly not that hard of a hike to do, and it's supposed to be an incredible view. So I'm planning on doing that on my last day, like on my way back to Vegas too. It's not like directly on the way back from Capitol Reef National Park, but it's like towards the way back, like heading towards the way back to Vegas. So I'm planning on like seeing that on my last day. Some other places I might possibly see on my like last full day of the trip is I might stop at Monument Valley. I might go and see this place called Dead Horse State Park. It's a state park that's like near Canyonlands, and I might go and see that throughout the day. I also might see Glen Canyon for a day, or there's also like this place called Grand Staircase I might decide to go and see. I also might go to like Rainbow Bridge before going to Horseshoe Bend, or if I decide if I have like some extra time and feel like doing extra driving, I might try to go and see Sedona, Arizona for a bit throughout the earlier half of the day before I go to Horseshoe Bend later on. And then the last possible thing that I might do on this trip, this wouldn't be like on the last day, but I might try to go and see like this hot springs place in Utah, like in between like my last day at Zion and Capitol Reef. I don't know for sure yet, but it's something I might do in between Zion and Capitol Reef. So those are basically some of the places I might see. Most of those places would be like something that I would see Friday earlier in the day before going to Horseshoe Bend. So the hot springs is something I might do on Wednesday night. So those are some things I might do like on my last full day on this trip. So lastly, I'm going to be talking about like some of the stuff that I might do on the day back home. Like basically the morning before I fly, I might like see a couple places in Vegas that I didn't get to see like the first 2 nights of the trip. So also the flight home is going to be a little bit strange because the flight that I was able to get back home, it has like a layover in Minneapolis, like, which is kind of a strange place to have a layover from Utah to Missouri, but I mean, it is what it is. It's supposed to be a 3-hour layover. It's also near the Mall of America. It's only like a mile away from the Mall of America, so it's possible I might go and stop and see the Mall of America during the layover. Not the entire time, but like the earlier half of the layover. I'm not planning on spending like a whole lot of time there and doing a whole bunch of stuff there, but like get to see it for the first time and see what it's like, because I've never gotten to go there or see that area before, so I thought it'd be something cool to go and see since it's not that far away from the airport and might have some time to go and see it briefly. So other than that, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of stuff that day because I'm going to be like busy flying home and all that, so it's going to be more of a chill day, but I'm still planning on maybe doing something in Vegas in the morning and seeing that possibly if I have some time. So that's basically like my main plan for the trip and pretty much like what I'm planning on seeing and what I'm planning on doing. So I hope you guys are looking forward to some of the videos I'm going to be having out after this trip and some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing and capturing on video and some of the future videos I have out from this trip. So the thing that I'm looking the most forward to on this trip is doing the Angel's Landing hike, because it's supposed to be like a really amazing hike and it's like a lot of people's bucket list to go and do that hike, and also you have to like enter a lottery system to be able to do it, and it can be kind of hard to like get in. Basically, I was lucky to be able to find a time of the year where it's a little bit easier to get in for the hike, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing that hike more than anything else, but I'm also looking forward to like everything else I'm going to be doing and seeing on this trip, so definitely looking forward to this because it's going to be like a little bit different from like my past road trips. It's also going to be like a different time of the year too, so it's not going to be like overly hot too, so that's going to be kind of nice as well, and getting to do a trip like during a different time of the year that I usually do my vacations. So basically my plan for like when I get back home and like my upload schedule is I'm planning on having a lot more videos out once the trip's over with. So pretty much starting like late March, I'm planning on having more consistent uploads and uploading like twice a week again. I'm gonna be having a lot of vacation videos and all that, so I'm definitely gonna be uploading a lot more consistently than like last year's spring, and also like way more consistently than I have been like the first part of this year, because I have barely had any uploads throughout January and February, so I'm planning on having a lot more uploads after this trip, so stay tuned for that. And it's also going to be like more entertaining videos than what I've had out recently, so while I am planning on like having a lot of vacation videos out right afterward, I mean, there is going to be the solar eclipse coming up like around like, I think it's supposed to be April 8th, so I will be taking a week off from uploading vacation videos to like have the solar eclipse videos out, and then also the 4-year anniversary like for the Creek video, like my most popular video on my channel. I'm also going to be uploading that on the 4-year anniversary date, which will be like around mid-April. I think it's like April 17th. So I will be taking a week off from uploading vacation videos, like have the solar eclipse videos out. Like I'm going to try to have the solar eclipse videos like out like pretty close to the solar eclipse, like because I don't want to have it out like a month after the solar eclipse happens. So I'm going to try to have it out like the weekend after the solar eclipse, like as soon as I can. So I will be taking a week off from uploading vacation videos to have those videos out. So it's going to be a little bit strange because I've never done that with any of my past vacation videos, but I just feel like this works out best with the solar eclipse and also being able to get the 4-year anniversary video of my most popular video out like on the anniversary. So just wanted to like announce that so like you guys aren't like confused why I've like stopped uploading vacation videos and I'm like uploading these like regular videos. And like so you guys don't like think I'm like just done uploading vacation videos, like just stopped out of nowhere and decide not to upload the rest of them. So I will be having the rest of vacation videos out after that week of uploading like the creek video and solar eclipse stuff. So I just wanted to announce that so you guys aren't like confused in the future when it does happen. So before I do end off today's video, I also did want to like kind of talk about my plan with the solar eclipse, as that is going to be coming up in less than 2 months and it's supposed to be a pretty big deal. Matter of fact, I think it's going to be even better than the one that we had in 2017, if you guys remember that one. This one's supposed to be like twice as long, I think. So I think after this one, we're not going to be having another one for a while, especially like in the Midwest. So it isn't really expected to like get full totality in the St. Louis area. Basically the area that I go and like film my Southern Illinois videos, like the Kankakee Lake videos and Giant City and Little Grand Canyon, like basically around Carbondale, Illinois. It's supposed to get totality there, like really strong totality. It's gonna be over 4 minutes of totality in Carbondale. So that's basically where I'm gonna be going whenever the solar eclipse happens. I think I'm either gonna like go to like some event that they have like in Carbondale, or I might decide to just go to Giant City for the day. That's basically my plan for the solar eclipse this year, so I'm definitely going to be filming a video for that, and I'm also going to be having that video out like in between the vacation uploads whenever I like have the week off from uploading vacation videos. So I'm definitely looking forward to the solar eclipse because I'm not gonna have another chance to experience anything like this for a while. So, and this is supposed to be a really big solar eclipse too, so I'm looking forward to that probably like equally as much as the vacation, just because like the solar eclipse is supposed to be a pretty big deal. So I'm definitely looking forward to spring this year. It's going to be probably one of the best springs I have in my life. Probably the best one in my life because of the Vegas trip and then the solar eclipse not too much long after. So I am looking forward to spring this year. Hopefully we have like good weather for solar eclipse that day. I'm hoping that weather will play in our favor because I'm really looking forward to this eclipse and I'm not going to be able to have another opportunity to see something like this for a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's little sit down video and hope you guys are looking forward to some of the future uploads I'm going to be having out. I think the video I'm going to be having out next week will be like a little video that I got seeing some smaller parks around the Westport area, and then I also end up going to like the St. Louis 360. That's basically the next video I'm going to be having out, and then after that I'm going to be having out like my first vacation video, which will be basically the stuff that I do in Vegas the first night, which I think will feature maybe the Strat Tower. So stay tuned for some of the future videos I have out with some of the stuff that I do throughout this trip, and without further ado, I'll see you guys next time.